Hey there guys, welcome back for another Mortal Realms magazine review. This week taking a look at issue 48 of the Mortal Realms magazine, which gives us the awesome model of Reichnor the Grimhailer. So obviously there he is. Got two sprues with this, one with the base, the head and a wing, and then one with the other wing, Reichnor himself and this cool Pegasus horse body. So I haven't looked exactly how this guy goes together yet, but if I can, I am probably going to assemble the horse and Reichnor as two separate pieces, paint them up and then assemble them at the end, just so we can get to the under areas of the horse. Obviously it depends on what I can get away with creating sub-assemblies with that. And then I do have to say I do like the statue at the bottom here. I think that looks pretty cool. So that's him. Let's take a look. So we've got Reichnor the Grimhailer, obviously this week's model. We've got the Blades of Khorne and a tutorial for the combat phase. So Reichnor the Grimhailer. Once a sorcerer king with great knowledge of death magic, Reichnor ran afoul of Nagash. Oh, that's not good. In his undeath, the Grimhailer has been cursed to serve as Nagash's chief reaper of souls. You don't want to upset Nagash. Alright, so the Grimhailer. Yep, the Grimhailer. The Fell Reaper is his cool scythe. Kilaron is his steed. Could probably have thought a better name for that, but okay. He gets hourglass and bell trinkets. Where are they? 3. Oh, just on the end here. Corpse candles, ethereal wings, and ghostly hooves. Obviously, for painting this guy, check the link up in the corner there. That one there, and you see how I paint this guy up. I'm not quite sure on the colour scheme I'm going to go for at the time of recording this, but I do like the look of this colour scheme. So we probably will do something similar. I think that's what I did for my other horsey guys. And then, yeah, we can do the wings. So probably end up similar to that. But I think I'm going to rust up and, you know, a bit more effect on his scythe there. And we will also do the base and the statue, just so I can show you guys some stuff that I want to do with the statue. Okay, so next we've got Shamon 3, which is part of the Realms, the Spiral Crux, and this is part 1. At the dawn of the Age of Myth, Sigmar travelled the mortal realms, encountering many powerful beings, some of whom would become steadfast allies. In Shamon, one such ally, the Dwarden god Grungni, used his gift for artifice to create the god-wrought isles, a paradise of order and peace. Slowly and steadily, however, greed and envy began to enter the hearts of the mortal population. As kings and emperors flaunted their wealth, the eyes of Tzeentch were drawn to the realm of metal, which is of course what we have got coming up with issue 50, I do believe. So then obviously we've got a little bit on the Age of Myth. Oh, the Age of Myth. We've got Grungni's gifts, Shamanite, and the Forge turns cold. So obviously, nice bit of reading there. Trade and progress, and the gaze of Tzeentch. Then we've got the Blades of Khorne for Chaos, and this is Khorne 2. So the Blades of Khorne are the armies of the Blood God. These armies are made up of rabid mortal warriors and legions of murderous demons. They rampage across the mortal realms, cutting down any who stand in their path and offering the skulls of their victims to their dark god. Definitely a violent god, that one. I do believe, and I'm assuming it's the same with the Mortal Realms as it is with 40k, that with Khorne, warriors only fight opponents they believe are equal to or better than them, and the idea is the stronger or the more opponents they defeat, the stronger they get, and the more close to demonhood they become, and eventually demon princes. And then eventually they work their way up, fighting better guys, stronger opponents, until they are the strongest, and then they have to fight Khorne. And as far as I'm aware, it's very rare that anybody ever makes it that far. They're usually killed and slain before then, and if they fight Khorne, then they lose anyway. Obviously that's going by the 40k lore, but as they use the same gods, I'm assuming they're the same. So if you guys know different, let me know in the comments below. But as far as I know, that is how that works. They do get some cool warriors though. For Khorne, you can almost pass them as Space Marines with some of their armour. They're very good for swapping out into Space Marines to create custom armies, Khorne armies. Very similar to how obviously the Stormcast Eternals can be done the same, but I think Khorne, they do it better. So then we've got Hammerhal Gira and the Stormrift Realm Gate. The Stormrift Realm Gate was once controlled by tribes of Aurochs, who worshipped it as Mork's Maw. It was the hammers of Sigmar who crushed the Greenskin hordes. In the wake of their victory, the great city of Hammerhal rose from the ashes of the Aurok war camps. We've got Gihren's Bounty, Gold Jackets. The line infantry of Hammerhal's free guilds, the Gold Jackets, are famed for refusing to retreat, even in the face of impossible odds. Well, that isn't like something to be proud of. I mean, that's just stupid. If you're gonna lose, leave. Don't fight to the death, and because then you're just sacrificing for nothing. If you can get away, regroup, and then go and kick some more butt, do it that way. But yeah, that's just my opinion, obviously. Right, and obviously we've got a bit more on the Greywater fastness and the industry of war. And then for the how to build, it does actually look like we can get away with sub-assemblies. Now I think these wings are going to be quite large and really bring the model out. So I think the way that I would do them is leave them off, paint the horse up on one, that way you haven't got this wing over the top of the body. I know you could turn the model upside down, but without the wing there, going to be much easier to paint, let's face it. So keep the wings off, at least this is how I'm going to do it. Assemble the horse, assemble Reichnor, paint them up in sub-assemblies, and then put the 3 pieces onto the horse. Obviously do his wings, and then Reichnor himself. Obviously they're showing sub-assemblies here, so they obviously thought to do that. I know with the, what is it, the Knights of Shroud, I think they were, the other horse guys that we got, I know that they actually clipped onto the body, and I had to do a little bit of clipping away to remove them to paint the horse and make it easier. But this time they've done him separate. So yeah, there's that. Then obviously we've got how to paint him. Again, the colour scheme, I'm pretty sure the colour scheme that they show in the paint guides isn't the one on how to paint this one. They are, as far as I can tell, have always been different. I mean, we're going with this blue effect on the horse. We've got this much darker look to it on this one. His cape is brown, and on here I do believe they show it, yep, with Cantor blue. So yeah, if you're following these, you are not going to end up with the cover images. You will end up with this, which doesn't look too bad. Obviously this is, I mean, this entire magazine series I would say is focused a little bit more towards beginners, new collectors, or such as myself, returning painters or players. So the paint jobs in them are a lot more focused towards that kind of painting, which perfectly fine. if you know, if you're new to the hobby, then definitely follow these. If you want to see alternatives, then obviously you've got my videos as well as the hundreds of videos and channels here on YouTube that you can check out for other painting techniques, styles, and you know, things that you can make the models your own. But it's a good place to start is with what they're showing in the issues here. So we've obviously got his war scroll for him. So a bit of a description and, you know, the stats as usual. So his Fel Reaper, a range of 2 inches with 4 attacks, a 4+ to hit, not so great, a 3+ to wound, but it is -1 rend and 2 damage per attack. So that is up to what, 8 damage that he can do, if I'm reading that right. That is 2 damage per attack. He is a wizard, so he's got access to magic. Obviously he's got his horse, so I'm assuming he counts as flying. Doesn't say on here anything. Mount Nor, there you go, fly. So yeah, it is a flying, which obviously allows you to avoid terrain, go straight over the top of it. But most undead can go through it anyway, so either way, not too much of a problem. Right, so then obviously we've got his abilities. So he's got Reiknor's Essence and Victim's Essence, and then his Wraith Storm. And then for the battle, or under battles, we've got the Reaper Descends as Lord Glorymantle. That is such a wrong name, but okay, that's probably just my mind. But Lord Glorymantle and his Stormcast Eternals seek to seal the Burnished Path. Reiknor the Grimhailer leads the Nighthaunt's counter-attack. So with this, we have got armies. Oh, we are using, this is the larger one, guys. We're using 3 mats. Lengthways joining, so long edge to long edge. It's going to give us a nice long map. And for that we will need, for the Nighthaunt, Reiknor the Grimhailer obviously, the Guardian of Souls with Nightmare Lantern, 4 Grimghast Reapers, 4 Glaive Wraith Stalkers, 15 Chain Rasps, 4 Miremorn Banshees, and 3 Spirit Hosts. And for the Stormcast Eternals, we're going to need the Lord Arcanum Gryph-Charger, obviously we need something to match, Exandria Azure Bolt, 5 Sequitors, 3 Castigators, and 3 Evocators. Right, so upcoming issues, we've got issue 49 is White Scar and Administratum Grey paints. And as I mentioned in last week's episode, that any paint issues are going to be done with the following issue, whatever model comes in it. So that week you'll get both issues. So next week we'll get issue 49 and 50 together. So it'll be 2 separate review videos as well as the painting video for the ruins that comes with issue 50, just so I can catch up a little bit with upcoming issues. So yeah, there we have it, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me. To any new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Thank you for your support. If you enjoyed this video, guys, hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments or anything else related to Mortal Realms or any of my videos in general, comment down in the description of those videos. It helps the channel beat that YouTube algorithm and get a little bit more recognition, which in turn helps the channel grow. Check out my Instagram and all my other links down below, Patreon and things like that if you want to support the channel more. Obviously there's Patreon there with 2 different tiers, just to donate a little bit, you know, help support the channel. any money from Patreon, or eventually if I'm, get monetized for YouTube, any money from those goes back into the channel, be it new paints, brushes, recording equipment, models, anything that you guys want me to buy. If I've got the money to buy it from the channel funds, then I can buy it and sort that out. As well as, once I'm making enough, I do plan to do giveaways, competitions, subscriber gifts, all sorts of things, as much as whatever funds allow. So obviously the more that you guys support, the more the channel grows, the quicker I can get into doing that and giving you guys a little bit more in return. But until next time, guys, thanks a lot, take it easy and keep painting those minis.